Hello, everyone, and thank you for coming back to another episode of The Bold and the Beautiful that aired on today, Thursday, September 29th. And always, thank you for coming back to Deb Chanel's 48th World, where we give you some of everything when it comes to recaps, reviews, or anything I want to talk about, pretty much. But getting on into this episode, we just going to forget the summary today. It was bouncing off of yesterday, which was still cool. It was exciting. The writers got it right on point this time. But now I want them to do something with Ridge, like put him in the corner, make him go crazy, or make him be in a car accident and he become unconscious, or something. Because I'm just tired of him, y'all. I'm tired of him. He's like all done. Put a fork in it. His character can go back to Paris for all I care. Because he's really turning in to look like a tyrant, a bully, a show off, arrogant, very just self indulged in his own agenda. And I'm sick of it. Stephanie looks like she's kind of waking up a little bit, but if she just get away from her dad's mentality a little bit, I think she would go changing her mind. See that she was just selfish and everything that her granddaddy told her she was, both her and Ridge. Okay, they both need to just take on off to Paris, or I don't know, because I don't even want him to go mess with Brooke no more. I need Brooke to be with Bill and put RJ back into military camp or wherever he came from. 'Cause he ain't been a part of the show in a very long time. I don't even know why the writers wrote him in to come back and play this. But that's neither here or there. We ain't talking about them right now. We're talking about Mr. Foster being up in that hospital unconscious. Now he need to wake his ass up and get on to the nitty gritty again, getting in Ridge's ass, and probably hopefully dethroning him, sending him back to his real father so he can just see how green his grass is while he's trying to go stomp on somebody else's turf. And when I'm talking about stomping on somebody's turf, I'm talking about on Miss Quinn. Okay, he need to get a rest, give it on, and give it up. Okay, but we go on to what the paramedics finally get to the Forest Creations compound or their office complex, and sees Eric on the floor. They go and take all the vitals, making sure, whatever. Like they had said before they got there, his breathing was slow and this, that, and the third. And they had said his blood pressure was 210 over 100. That's extremely high. That's stroke mentality. And it was just a wild situation. And then Quinn finally come in, but they still trying to block her more so, Bridge. But she busted in the door, come talk about her she was just like trying to pry through them to get to her husband. I'm like, y'all all need to fall the fuck back. Let her get up there with her husband. He already done told y'all to come here. Where y'all ain't come, he cussed y'all ass out prior to you all giving him the stroke. Because it wasn't nothing to do with Quinn. It was all y'all. So it was just very interesting how she had to just, force her way up in there. And that wasn't the first time she did it today in this episode. She was some hot. I was like, go ahead, Queen. Start kicking people asses out. Okay. But anyway, they check them out and everything, and they go asking the family members whoever's willing to answer the question. Does he take medication? Does he have diabetes? Da, 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 da. And Ridge and Stephanie thought they knew that their granddaddy didn't take no medication, but since Queen had been there for him and got close to him, she knew a little bit more than his family that said they care so much about him and they were looking out for his best interest. And I'm really just getting on Stephanie behind and Ridge thinking they know all and they come find out don't know shit. So 1 up for Queen, 0 for them. But anyway, Quinn gone and correct Stephanie and Ridge said yes, he does take blood pressure medication, this, that, and the third. And she didn't know about no diabetes, and I guess Eric never took medication or told her anything about he suffered from diabetes of that nature, whatnot. So they both had agreed. Her and Ridge is what I'm talking about. That no, but they were shocked that Quinn knew about his dad. Their dad having blood pressure problems and stuff. And so anyway. The paramedics said they needed her rush him to the hospital because since he's unconscious, they don't know it could have been something else. This, that, and the third, and everybody trying to get to go. And Ridge, looking at her like she crazy, and then she running out the office trying to run with the paramedics. And Ridge stops her telling you ain't going nowhere. Man, you talking about someone would have took their heels off and knocked him upside his goddamn head? I sure would have, guys. I would have knocked him upside his head, slapped his face, and told him to try me today. I'm all locked and loaded for your behind. Okay? But anyway, he didn't have to spray no bullets. I mean, she didn't have to spray no bullets. But anyway, it seems like Steffi and Ridge rode in the ambulance, didn't even poke Quinn to defend for herself. She's like, honey, y'all may think y'all got me, but I got to ride. I can ride and I'll be right there. So she probably was trucking on behind the paramedics in her little car or whatever, while the other nuts was rolling around in the paramedics thinking they know everything and this, that, and the third. So, they got to the hospital first and got Eric situated in his emergency care unit. And nobody was really allowed to go in because they were still doing tests and trying to do their medical thing that they do as doctors. You know what I'm saying? So everybody had to stay out of the room so they get their observation on and try to get some clarification on what's really going on with his health. Y'all knew his blood pressure was 210/100, so they knew that was a stroke mentality and something else is going on wrong, especially when blood pressure is that far up. They need to get some, and then it causes him to pass out and not come conscious immediately. Something else is going on. So, and plus he's an elderly gentleman, so gotta do white hand gloves. Get the gloves on. Be very cautious and what do you call it? And aware of what's going on with his age limit. So anything could have pretty much happened. So they're talking about they need to go do a CT and this, that, and the third. They go on and take Eric up for x-rays and they congregate on the outside amongst themselves. Then Quinn come running in. What's happening? What's going on? What did that, what I'm saying? Now I'm looking at her like she crazy. I'm like, God, didn't your daddy just get into y'all ass? Didn't he make it raw on the outside where y'all couldn't sit y'all behinds down about his wife, Quinn? And y'all still couldn't? Oh my goodness. But anyway, Thorne reluctantly told her that they don't know anything yet. He's gone on for testing and this, that. So she trusts Thorne. So she just fell back. And so back at Force of Creations, we have Wyatt and in the office talking to Pam, Maya, and Thomas, trying to figure out what going on, what happened. We heard y'all hollering this, that, but we didn't know if we needed to come in or not. Because Mom wanted to come in, but she said she wanted y'all to talk to amongst yourselves and this and that. So what got out of control? So, Pam goes in and say what was going on. Maya going to say her little spills. Then they going to say here, then Thomas. But all of them had really come to the conclusion they fucked up. They really had fucked up. Because Eric had been nothing but a complete shoulder to cry on, a rock to stand on, and just the epitome of what a good man is all about. And they fell short. All of them fell so short. Well, I mean, they put themselves 6 feet under, okay? So it seems like they're going to be in cahoots with each other to be Team Quinn now. Even Wyatt is showing some promise that, he need to stand up for his mother. Eric stood up for his mother, even them trying to almost die on them to try and stand up for Quinn. So he needs to turn the other cheek and recognize who his mother is, which he should have done that in the first place. But, Wyatt is a punk. He's still going to be a punk in my eyes until he gets Steffi straight like a real man, her husband, is supposed to do. They have their lives, we have our lives, and the two should never tangle up with each other, okay? We will never entwine in their affair, and we don't want them entwining out. So, if you want to get the fuck on, go ahead, okay? But I'm going to stand by Eric and my mama and whatever. If we can't make our marriage as strong as they're trying to make theirs, then fucking go on and divorce me. So that's what I'm talking about. I want why that we talking about. You know what I'm saying? Get on the right person, which is Steph is starting up all this now. I'm like, I can't stand Quinn. She's this and that. No, you can't stand a situation that you're married to Wyatt and you really want to be married to Liam. So boss it up, Wyatt. Get her to be on the defense of, what she gonna do what she need to do, which what do you call it? Be faithful to her vows that she made on you on y'all blessed wedding day. Or not, get the fuck on. You know what I'm saying? I was sure out there. Need love. Okay? But I was too good for either one of y'all. But anyway, she had made some mistakes before. So I would like to see y'all get back together. Because Lynn doesn't need to be out to himself. They need to bring him. The writers need to do better. Bring somebody else in so Steffi could be alone. Because that's what she needs to be. I'm sick of her. I really am. I am just so sick of her. But anyway, we get to the Eric gets back in his room and Steph and Ridge are there looking in through the window trying to figure out, is he gonna live, is he gonna die, did they do the wrong thing, this, that, and the third. Of course, Ridge ain't showing no remorse, but he's a Masamone. He's Massimo's son, so he's a Ramona. What is it? Ramona? I don't know what it is, but it starts with an I. Ramoni. He's a Ramoni, Massimo's son. Okay, y'all? And that's where I can't get that thing right. Ramoni, Massimo Asima. Okay, but y'all know who I am. He's acting just like his biologically dad. That's his antics. That's his demeanor, and so he's showing. There ain't no foster blood running through him. Okay, on the Douglas and Maroney. That's it, Maroney, not okay, blood, not Forrester. Okay, then we go to Quinn. She still finds him unconscious, and she just wanted to go in there, and they got like I said, him back, and she was like, I'm going in there to see my husband, and Rich like, you ain't going nowhere. Don't get his take to talk to his dad and saying how sorry he was. He's gonna be there for him. Rick say the same thing, and then it's time for somebody to say something, but Quinn like, I'm going in there. So Rich and Steffi go in a little bit before her, but she like, I ain't sitting sit here, and they think they want to put their dad in the hospital anyway. So she busts through them doors, honey, come looking at Eric, and she's demanding for the doctor to tell her son. But of course, the doctor had already told Eric, I mean, yeah, Eric's children, Steph, well, not his children, but yeah, his children, Thorn, Rick, and Ridge, that, and Stephanie was just there, his granddaughter, how to deal. Uh, he told them that he had a hemorrhage, brain hemorrhage, meaning a blood vessel got weak and it started to fill his head up with blood. So, it's like, oh, okay, y'all did that. Y'all got a man almost a stroke. But, an aneurysm can knock you out this world as well. So they need to think about that and be on their best behavior from this day forward. But, Ridge is still being stubborn, unruly, and, surly. Just a mean ass man, Massimo's son. Showing his horns. But anyway, um, but Thorne and Rick are basically beating themselves up on how they treated Eric and not showing up for his wedding and this, that, and the third. So they feeling some type of way. And I'm like, yeah, y'all should. But anyway, um, we go to commercial, and I went a little further than I wanted to, but it was basically that the nurse had brought Eric back to the room. Everybody was going, talking and this, that, and the third. So we went over that. But then we go back to Pam and Zenday and Thomas and Wyatt over at Force Corrections trying to wait and hear the news as it comes in from Steffi at the hospital. Pam leaves a prayer with in attendance Maya, Wyatt, Zenday, and Thomas, because they want his spirit to touch with their spirits, so to bring him back, to let him know he's still needed in their family. There's still much, much, much work to be done with fostering relationships, especially with the newcomer, which is Quinn, to the family. And they're so sorry, this, that, and that. So, they did the right thing. They threw up in prayer, lifting people up in prayer, lifting Eric in prayer. So I was with that, because we all need to be very thankful, grateful, and prayerful at every points of life and our daily living. So I was okay, Pam might be turning the other cheek. Okay, she can get the other ones to rally around. So basically, we got everybody having second guess their actions towards their negative behavior when it came to Quinn, and it affecting Eric Forster real bad, to where he had fell out, bust a blood vessel and all this and that. So only thing we got to worry about is, Steph is on that little bridge where she don't know whether she want to go right or left. You know what I'm saying? But it could fall in a way with her. She can go back to her evil ass ways. But Ridge is definitely not backing down. And it just shows he's not a true forester. He's not forgiving, but he wants other people to forgive him. Do we go back and remember how he tried to take Thomas' baby from him? Which he really did. Then when he really found out that he wasn't the big stud in the house no more, that his so-called wife was willingly wanting to have sex, because she really thought that Rich was going out of her life. And it's like he should have been blaming Caroline and getting the fuck on. But pretty much he put himself in that situation because he walked out on her. This ain't no second guessing coming back. When you say you gone, you gone. You know what I'm saying? You should think about those situations and not arbitrarily make crass decisions. You know what I'm saying? Rush decisions is what I'm saying. Especially if you still feel something for a person. But, like I said, we had to forgive him for that and many, many other countless times. Rich done been doing crazy stunts and antics throughout his whole life. Just like his dad said, I've been taking care of you the longest, okay? And you still ain't learned nothing. But anyway, that's how we were. Thorne is seeing his dad first, telling him how sorry he was to bring such pain to him, especially on his wedding day. Rick goes next, talk with his dad about being sorry also for not being there for him. at the most pivotal time in his life. And, you know, he hollering at his dad like, get up there, you got more fight in you. I was there for it. I'm like, yeah, pump him out of his unconsciousness so he can lay your ass out again. Okay, but I was cool for it. They were really wanting their daddy to come back to this side. Um, Eric has, you know, was diagnosed with a brain hemorrhage, weakened blood vessel. Then Quinn busted into the room, demanded to know what is going on with her husband. Of course, they ain't trying to tell her nothing. But then, you know, the doctor is very tight-lipped. I'm like, doctor, this, you know, can't nobody dispute that she is his wife because they knew that. But I tell you the truth, you know, it is what it is. Queen gonna be kicking ass around now. I'm telling you, they finna bring the old Queen out, and it's necessary. It is definitely necessary for her to bring the old Queen out so she can get them those ninjas straight, okay? Because they acting just like ninjas running around now. But anyway, it is what it is. That was my on the Bold and the Beautiful. It's hot again. I'm very impressed with my writers doing a fantastic job. Maybe because the weather is being a little cooler now, and cooler heads tend to, you know, get on an even keel. When it's hot outside, you know, people just be messing up. You know what I'm saying? So maybe it's the temperature. I don't know. Like I said, I enjoyed it. Looking forward to tomorrow to bring you more drama scenes. And so I can get my chuckle on, so I can get my yes, get in his behind type of status going on. So y'all can see I'm very excited about it. Glad to bring it to you. Have many blessings bestowed upon you all, and I will see you next episode of The Bold and the Beautiful that will air on tomorrow, Friday the 30th. Blessings. Bye bye.